Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here with Maniac Bruce and Maniac Mark. That's right, it's the second time here. That's right, I think I got him hooked. In any case, we're playing another game of X-Wing miniatures. I so enjoy that I'm not having to play the game. Even though I love playing the games, but I'm enjoying just doing the camera work and letting these two guys butt heads and go at it. This mission we're doing, it's mission 3. It's called Dark Whispers. Now, we're going to explain everything and show the setup on that in just 1 second. If you haven't seen any of the other missions that we played so far, just look on the YouTube channel and click onto it and watch them before this one. If not, have a seat. And again, get your TIE fighters ready to blast some X-Wing out of the sky. That's right, TIE fighters. Yeah. Hang on, let's enjoy this battle report. The board is set up for this battle. It is Dark Whispers. But before we play, in the last video, if you watched it, you know that we have Bruce. Bruce played the Rebels, but this time, Bruce, you're going to play the Empire?
The Evil Empire.
That's right.
Evil Empire.
And Mark is going to play the Rebels. So, Mark, can you please tell us what this mission details?
Sure. So, the good guys here, the Rebellion, fed up with the attacks on T from the Evil Empire. We've been at odds for a while, and in this scenario, look at they just litter. The Empire has left these listening devices out on the fringes of space, listening for what we're doing. So they're going to come and try and retrieve these. So his scenario, he's got to land on one of these to retrieve them. And
Both?
he's got to...
Both?
You just need one.
I need both.
Oh, that's even better. He needs both of these, the pieces of the pie. And he's got to land on them, retrieve them, and head off his edge of the board. But we're the good guys. We're not going to let that happen. We are going to send a red squadron pilot, red being the best, and we're going to either blow these up when they're on his ship or blow his ship straight up. That's our plan.
So, you have to retrieve the listening device, the Empire, and take off.
That's it. As long as I get off my side of the board with one of those devices, I win, but I have to get both devices scanned. They don't have to both get off the table, but they both have to get scanned.
And what happens if you are able to shoot one of the ships down that has the listening device?
I guess I just need to blow one up then if you need both.
No, I need to scan both and get one off the table.
Okay, so what happens if I get one? I need to get both.
You don't get to get one.
You've got them. I gotta get them. Shit. I got them, but I can't touch them.
We're about to come to blows. Bruce, I'm turning the camera off.
Yeah, so if you notice, like, there's a lot of banter going on here. So if you don't like banter, you know, watch a different video. But I'm sure you're going to love banter like everybody else does. So you're going to see these two guys go head to head again. So stand by for the battle.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce has the Black Squadron pilot, the TIE fighter, and he also has the Termination token onto it. So he has a whole value of 3, 2 dice for shooting, and 3 dice for defending, and a pilot skill of 4. He has focus and evade. And we always have these standing by too as well, the caution tokens or stress tokens. Bruce also has the Obsidian Squadron pilot. Now, he is a pilot skill of 3, and 2 red, and 3 for defense.
That's how I'm gonna beat him. I can hear you.
3 hull value. This is going to be a fun battle report. I can see it right now. And also the evade and focus 2 as well. Mark has the red squadron pilot, and just like every other X-Wing, 2 shields onto it with a 3 hull value, pilot skill 4, and he also has the upgrades of proton torpedoes and R2F2. Now, how did we get these and also the determination? If you look into the book and you follow the mission logs, it tells you exactly what ships to use and what upgrades to put onto them. Now, along with other X-Wing, whoever have played X-Wing or somebody who's getting into X-Wing, we do definitely suggest to start playing the missions first, so it'll get you used to playing the maneuvers and learning how to do all the upgrades onto your ships. And then you can start playing point values, where one side would have like 100 points per se, and the other side would have another 100 points, and then you just go head to head. Let's see who wins this one. Bruce, are you going to shoot this time?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, I know that Mark's going to be shooting. That's
Constantly.
guaranteed.
That's all I do. All day, all night.
All right, so here we go. Let's start doing the planning phase and then the moving phase. You just missed that, everybody. So
you don't want to see it, believe me.
Mark isn't even looking at his movement dial. He's just, he's just putting it down. He's throwing down. That's it.
Confidence, flight stick straight ahead.
And you did some kind of like Hulk Hogan, Arnold Schwarzenegger pose or something there? Is that what you did?
Which way is the beach? It's not a tumor.
Oh boy. So again, with the movement, you always go from the lower pilot skill to the highest, and just like for shooting, it's highest to lowest. So the way it is Bruce is going to go, then it's going to be Mark, and then it's going to be back to Bruce again. So Bruce, do you want to flip over your first one?
I will. Doing a 3 bank. Oh, I should probably start off by not knocking my ships around. Hardcore tournament players are saying I'm not going to that.
They'd shoot you in Texas.
Yeah. 3 and an evade token, which might be a bit early, but nonetheless.
We're on to Bruce's second ship.
Once Bruce understood what initiative meant.
Yes.
Bruce is doing a 3 bank to the right.
So it's a mirror.
And again, an evade token.
All right.
Okay, so the Rebel Alliance here, we're doing 4, basically the fastest we can go. Trying to get to his ships as soon as we can. Not really going to commit either side just yet. And I'm not within range, unfortunately, to take any kind of target lock. But, I'll take a focus. I'll see your focus. And
I'll see your focus and move. So now we just did the movement phase, and then we're going to go on to the shooting phase, and we go from the highest to the lowest for the pilot skill for shooting. For the shooting, nobody is in range, so we go back to the movement phase again. But for the cleanup, we have to remove all the tokens. Now, if there's any target lock tokens, we would not remove that until we use it. So we're on to the planning phase again. On to turn 2, and it is Bruce's turn to move.
We 2 bank with my first fella, which will hopefully line him up, but no, not to worry about that. And an evade. And if you want, we can go right on to my next fellow, my Black Squadron pilot, who's doing a 3 bank. Which will hopefully get him lined up. Oh, lined up.
Very close.
And an evade token on him.
So again, Bruce is trying to make it to the listening. Is it the listening devices, or?
it's some kind of dirty Imperial technology. I'm not quite sure what it does. We don't want it in our space.
Wait a minute. Didn't you play like Empire the last time?
You know what? And I have a bone to pick. After 12 years of service, they just fired me for letting one rebel ship off the board.
Okay, there, Mark. So, what are you doing there?
So I'm going to reveal my maneuver.
He doesn't have a clue what he's doing.
We're doing a bank.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing. Yarr, he doesn't know what he's
We're going to try and come in shooting distance here, and I think we've managed to get outside the arc of the dirty
You're outside of my arc.
Yeah,
Imperials
for sure.
and
So what are you going to do
inside
for
mine.
your action?
Well, I'm going to do what it's going to most benefit me. So I'm going to take a target lock. I like the idea of being able to re-roll dice versus possibly have a eyeball come up.
Aha.
So useful.
On to the shooting phase. So I take it you're going to shoot.
Yeah, how we shoot. Just like Han.
Shoot first.
I always
and
shoot first.
Not worry about any questions.
So we're range 2. We don't get any modifiers. My X-Wing's got a red value of 3. Just get nice 3 dice in a roll. Got a target lock. Oh,
Ooh.
well, that's okay, because I can re-roll these.
Yep.
With my
Burn your
lock.
target lock and
But-
you can re-roll.
Remember what I said about focus? I'll take that all back.
Alrighty. So you're going to re-roll the 2 focus.
Re-roll both of these boys. And I guess you get one more hit out of it.
Hitting the crit. So you got to dodge. Oh, 2 evade. Look at that. Fancy flying. We're on to the Imperial shooting part, but there's no shooting whatsoever, so we just clean up the tokens, and we're on to the next round for the planning and moving. Top of the turn, and it is the movement phase. So what are you revealing? 5 straight ahead.
5 straight ahead.
As you can see where he's getting close.
And I will evade with him. And hopefully this is going to work out. A 5 straight ahead.
Ooh, that is some fancy accurate flying there.
We are downloading.
Uh-oh.
And evading.
I like that idea, but I almost was going to bite my tongue, but
I'm a little curious if either you guys might have known. I just haven't looked at it yet. So once you get fired from the Empire and then the Rebellion, is there a third group that will hire you?
Well,
There is now.
There is.
scum and villainy.
They might just be right up my cup of tea right there.
So
Right.
what are you going to do there?
Well, I'm going to do a hard turn. I'm going to try and get in shooting range. I'm going to try,
Ooh.
which I will be. And we're going to lay a target lock down, and we're going to hope this time that I do a better job than last time with the dice. So I put a purple on myself and a red on...
Range 1, 2.
Yep. Oh,
So
that's nice.
we are going to go on to the shooting phase. Now it's the shooting phase, so let's see if the X-Wing's going to blow up the TIE fighter there.
Oh, well, we got 2 hits we can fish
Oh, a
out.
hit and a crit.
And I'm going to, of course, use my target lock again. Reroll these guys. Hope for something nice.
Oh,
dear.
2 crits and 2 hits. Ouch. Okay.
Defending with 3, defending with
So you
3,
need to-
yes.
Yeah, so you got
And
2.
evade, and evade, canceling out those 2, but leaving 2 critical
2
hits.
Now that's good for you because you have no shields.
No. So that's 2 face-up damage
So you have to
cards.
see the order you take them might be.
What were the crits you got there, Bruce?
2 very lucky things. An injured pilot, where I basically have to ignore pilot ability with the little metal symbol, which I don't have anyway, so doesn't really mean anything. And munitions failure, any secondary weapon I have, but I don't have a secondary weapon, so kind of dodged a bullet there. Nothing too bad. It's essentially 2 hits, but I only got 1 left on that.
Yeah, so you got 1 whole point left onto your, it's your obsidian, right? Yep. Your obsidian squadron pod. One thing I'd like to point out to everybody too as well, where I mentioned earlier that we are playing with the first core box, which is the red box, and then there's the blue box. You can see the damage stack here. This is from the first one. If you mix your both sets together, which I've seen many people do before and play, you cannot, I repeat, cannot mix your damage stacks together because they're completely different. So you have to decide. You may use ships from both different boxes, but in this instant, you have to use the second core box damage stack if you're mixing the both. So if you're playing from the first, use this one. But if you're mixing two different types of ships from the different boxes, you have to use the other damage stack. That's just something I read about recently on some frequent asked questions. So just in case anybody didn't know that. We are onto the shooting phase for the Imperial, but you can see this ship cannot shoot because the X-Wing is behind. But Bruce, what happens here from where you're onto the listing device?
In this scenario, the Imperial player can use they can decline to attack in order to basically suck up the data from this satellite, basically take that on board, and now once I suck up that data, I'm in a position to get off the board. That's the trick. I also have to suck up that data before I can flee.
So what would happen if this ship gets destroyed?
And that ship's got to go over and get the data.
Oh, so
No, you can't because if you unless he picks it up. Yeah.
that's right. And if you pick it up and when your ships get destroyed with the satellite data onto it, then that just means game's over then, don't it?
Once both ships or both satellites are back in Mark's possession.
Don't forget, there's also the opportunity for you to just concede. Should you feel the pressure's too much? I don't. At your age, blood pressure being where it is.
You may be playing Rebel, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? He's still
Yeah, you're
Empire at
so
heart. Okay, so we're back onto the planning phase now for the next turn.
Oh my.
What happened there? What's going on there?
Nothing to see here.
You know, the true. If any of you out there who are still on the border between Empire and the Rebellion, as an example of the dirty tricks, the just nasty disposition for no reason. Look, he's just turned his ship around, giving them a huge advantage. Without
don't
anybody
remember
noticing.
doing that.
You did that after you removed the satellite token from underneath.
That doesn't sound right at all.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Oh, so it's like you picked up the satellite and it just automatically flipped around.
Yeah.
No, I did a K turn.
But you can't do it. Did you really?
Yeah.
That's how I got there.
That's how I got there.
We have a tape. Let's go to. Let's go
Back to the tape. No, I didn't. So
Okay.
stress. I forgot to send the stress mark.
So that's why it's flipped around, because you did the K turn.
Okay, so we put a
I
stress.
forgot to put the
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, it's still seedy.
in either case, the
Still
Empire
dodgy.
is proud of you. Either for cheating or doing the maneuverability of doing the K turn.
Lucky there was an opening.
Planning phase is done, so it's time for revealing the maneuver tokens, or the dials, and see what happens here.
K maneuver.
Oh,
I think,
K maneuver.
but at 3.
Yes.
I think you're over. You missed it. You're not on the edge.
You're right, I'm not.
And you ain't gonna get it next turn because you don't. TIE fighters are
Oh.
But I'm going to barrel roll.
fast. Feel free. No, you can't. 'Cause
Okay.
What you just do?
Yeah, you're stressed, so you can't barrel roll. Now, as per rules in the book, you have to be on the satellite to be able to download the information.
And I'm not.
Oh boy. All right, so let's go on to the other
You did
TIE fighter there.
A 3 bank.
That might have been the TSN turning point.
So that was only a white maneuver, so you were still stressed. Alrighty, and we are on to the Rebel.
No real secret here. We're moving towards to engage to have a good shot. Yeah, we're getting nice and close. I don't think it's going to be range 1. Oh, that's getting close. Let's check this out.
You only have one hull
Oh, it is
value.
range 1.
And you only have one hull value left on that ship, don't you?
Assign a focus.
Taking the target lock.
Stand by. Oh, wait, for the action. That's right, target lock. Stand by for the shooting phase.
Damage when you land on it. That'd be a good addition. House rule. House rule.
House rule. Take damage when you land onto
Randomly
the
take damage, not
satellite.
just throw dice and if it hits something.
So it's on to the shooting phase now. So you are at range 1, so you get the extra die.
So we start with 3. We're adding 1. We get 4. I got a target lock, so I can re-roll the selection one time. And I'm gonna need to.
Crit.
I'm gonna need to. So we're gonna spend the target lock. Re-roll the 3 die that did nothing.
That is a good thing to have as a target lock.
So I'll
Oh,
take that. So we got 3 hits.
2 hits and a crit. So
Good. Not good.
nope.
Yeah,
Oh,
God.
he is gone. That's right.
Stay in school, kids. Join the rebellion.
So all we have left then is the other TIE fighter that is already holding one of the objective markers, the satellites. So this is just,
You can't shoot.
no, not at all. This is interesting. So we're going to go on to the planning and moving phase for the next turn. We are on to the moving because everybody did the planning. So reveal your token there.
Bruce, did he have 2 ships?
I did have
that's
2
right.
ships. I did have 2 ships.
Now the difference with this one too as well is that when the Empire ship gets destroyed, he can't put like a lower Academy pilot on. So Bruce is down to just 1 ship.
I've got a green maneuver of 2, so I shed that, and I'm going to. At this point, can I sign up for that?
You can do an action, yep.
Yep.
I'm going to do a target lock on you. No, I'm not, because I don't have.
Yeah,
target
you
lock.
can't do target lock. You can do an evade
I can
or a
do anything of the
focus or
sort.
barrel roll.
I'm going to focus.
Okay, Org.
And then we're on to the Red
I
Squadron
should
pilot.
have gone. My first instinct was to turn this way. We would have been shooting. And I always
It wasn't
prefer
really his
shooting.
first instinct, it was his first measurement. Then he remembered some basic rules of the game.
So a 4K turn.
So you put myself under stress. I don't think we're going to be in shooting range, but I am going to be at least turned around. And I don't have a stress token.
Too bad you couldn't just hover there because that would just be great.
That would be wonderful.
You are, in fact.
We'd be onto the shooting phase for this purpose. Nobody is in range to shoot each other. So now we go right onto the cleanup for cleaning the focus and evade if there's any distress stays, and we go back onto the planning phase. We're on to the moving phase. So Bruce, what are you doing?
That's a good question. A 2 bank.
I
the
never
left.
would have thought of that.
Hang on. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Now, realizing that this is not really where I want to be, I'm going to
Barrel roll it.
Nice.
Now, do you have to
Well
go? Do you have to go forward in barrel rolls?
Absolutely not. No, you put it as you can't exceed the forward or back of the
Right.
template,
So I can now
and then
go
same thing on the other side.
here.
Absolutely.
Yep. That's a good thing about the barrels. When you put it to the side, you don't have to go exactly that. You can go, yeah, like you said, forward or back.
You just captured my first barrel roll because I don't like playing the Empire.
So now it's the Rebels' turn.
So we're going to reveal a green maneuver. And
Oh.
get rid of my stress, and we're going to turn into combat. Oh yeah. You didn't take an action. Oh, you did take an action.
Yeah,
barrel
he did
roll.
the barrel roll there.
Now I don't know what happens when the rebellion lands on a token. Does it say? Is it treated as an obstacle?
No, nothing really.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
If
so.
I'm on at the same time, something happens, but that's not the case, so it doesn't matter.
That sounds good to me.
So it looks like we're going to be in a standoff here. And what are you doing for your action? You're going to do a target lock again?
Absolutely, target lock.
Alrighty, now we're going on to the shooting phase. On to the shooting phase. So, Bruce, you were at range 1, so you get an extra dice.
That's right. So I end up with 3.
A crit and a hit.
Not nice. Not nice. I only have 2. Not very maneuverable. But I get out of the way of his hit. Nothing happens with this, and I have to suffer a crit. Lucky for me, I have shields.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to eat that on my shield.
So now it is going to be shooting back time.
Sauce for the goose, as Spock would say.
Well, we're on to the shooting now, and Bruce just realized that Mark got an extra die for shooting. So originally it's 3, but he gets 4 now to hit into his shieldless TIE fighter.
Nice.
So let's see.
Now, let's hope the good guys get a nice roll.
Oh!
Once
But
again,
you do
having
have
to rely-
target lock.
Having to rely on the target lock. Oh no! That's okay, because these dice have not yet rolled their hits.
Oh,
yeah.
3 hits.
3 hits.
And your whole value is 3.
All values 3.
So you at least have to evade 1.
Needed.
Oh, look at that!
Massive!
Now let's just make sure. If you want to, yeah.
Wow.
You evaded all 3. That is
Did.
pure luck.
Nice
Well, or
help.
maybe it's just skillful rolling.
No, you're lucky.
So we're on to the planning and moving phase again. You said something interesting there, Mark. We're trying to figure out like what you're going to do here because, I think you have like 2 options here, but Bruce is kind of unpredictable with this. And what did you say off camera there?
You can't get into the mind of madness over there. You got to play the table. You can't play the man.
You have no idea what that means, do you?
It's reveal time. Oh, Bruce is kind of...
He's doing a K-turn.
Yeah. No, he's not doing a K-turn.
I'm doing a 2 bank.
Yes, that's what I thought you were doing.
What are you doing?
I misjudged.
What are you doing?
Maybe I didn't.
No. You're fine, because I know what else you're going to do. What's your action, Bruce?
My action
Oh, now keep in mind.
is to barrel roll.
No, I didn't see that, and that was brilliant. I have to admit.
And
Honor.
because he barrel rolled, he is on.
He absolutely is.
So he can start downloading the information.
I doubly shamed you by using your movement template.
Oh.
See? Empire. Mean people.
Okay, so let's see what you did here.
All right, so my move perhaps not as shrewd, but I did want to put myself in a firing position. So I'm going to turn around in a K-turn, take a stress, but that's okay. That's okay. Except when he takes off next time. I know what she'll do.
Now the thing is you are still going to be in 3 range for shooting, though.
Well, and I like that because even though
2.
Ooh, 2 range.
Even though normally at 2 range I'm going to get 3 dice and no modifier, I have this that I think I'm going to use. I may have to turn off my targeting computer and I'm going to fire my proton torpedoes at you.
Yes. So stand by for the shooting phase for this. So for the shooting phase, instead of shooting, Bruce is just picking up the satellite. Or the listening device, whatever you want to call it. So that's it. So that is your turn. Now, you're in range 2, the Rebel is in range 2 to shoot. So what's going to happen here?
Well, sadly, to my great shame, I forgot that I don't have a target lock, so I can't use the proton torpedoes.
That's right.
But I can use my 3 attack dice. It has to be a straight roll. There's going to be no modifiers on here.
Oh boy.
So let's see.
See what happens.
See what we can make happen.
Oh, 2 hits and a crit.
Praise Odin.
You have to. Oh, look at that.
So nice.
Another one.
A hit, and then a face-up damage card.
That's
right.
A hit. Followed by a face-up damage card.
So
To
this
the
could end the
ship.
game.
Reduced my agility by 1.
Nice.
On roll 1 attack die. On a hit, roll that face down. So
Don't use that. He's already had his hit.
Nope.
Nonetheless. So my agility is reduced by 1. Neither of those were a pilot damage. Oh, one was a pilot damage. No, but I hadn't flipped it. So it's
Nope, that's right. So you're still in the game. You got two whole points, one remaining. So we're back onto the planning phase. This game is getting a little hairy now because it's pretty much cat and mouse now.
It's getting kind of hectic.
Oh boy. Stand by for the movement phase. Onto the revealing for the movement dial. So this game is starting to turn into like it actually did turn into a cat and mouse. So Bruce, what did you do? So a sharp turn to the 3.
And now the question is, do I use an action like a dodge, or do I do a barrel roll to get outside his arc? Yeah,
That is a tough question.
we're doing the barrel roll.
Nice.
We're rolling that way.
Or do we do it that way? That's a good point. We should do it that way. Or is that completely no, that's, yep, going that way.
Going that way, and that's your final decision?
It is now because we don't know where he was originally.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay, so what is it that the Rebel player is going to do?
We're fine with the stress. We take it. King to play. We're going to keep that stress and we're going to turn into
Yep.
shooting range.
Should have gone the other way.
Because I got stress, we're not going to fortunately get the beautiful target lock.
Should have gone the other way.
Ooh, so it's going to be shooting phase next.
I thought you should have.
Okay there, Board Game Maniacs. This could be for the bag of marbles. Because,
Because Bruce should have taken the inside move.
well, I can't shoot him.
Madness
He's drifting
pays a
lazily
price.
to the left. Alright, so let's see if this ends the game here.
Okay, so we got range 1. I got my 3 dice plus an extra.
4 dice.
No rerolls. I gotta get. You have 2 evades that you can run. So I gotta get 1 hit. No, I gotta get 3 hits. What am I doing? Your madness is rubbing off.
You're got to get 4 hits.
1!
Oh! Uh-oh.
That's it, unfortunately.
That's game.
Yep.
That's it. So it all came down to one hit. Like,
Yep.
no evade, no nothing. So he is space dust.
Well done, sir.
Well done.
Congratulations.
That
On
was
your loss.
such a close game, I have to say. Hope you really enjoyed this Board Game Maniacs, because I certainly enjoyed watching this and the two of them bantering back and forth. So we did catch some banter on camera, but a lot of banter was even off camera. If I recorded, the battle report would have been a lot longer. You know, Bruce is just, I can just see Bruce's wheels in his head just turning more. So I hope you enjoyed this battle report, Board Game Maniacs. It was a lot of fun. This concludes mission 3 for the X-Wing Miniatures game. The next time we play, it's going to be mission 4. Now, it may be against these two guys. I may join in. Who knows? But in any case, the dark side has been destroyed.
I might get my job back.
You might get your job back.
Maybe I should
That's right.
apply. I got a good resume now.
Well, you're only going to be scum and villainy if you just don't get your job back now if you get fired, so...
I think that's just going to be a fallback. I do prefer Empire. The majestic British Empire.
Oh, gee. Hope you enjoyed it, Board Game Maniacs. Again, talk to people. Communication is key, like always. But, wait, I'm going to ask Mark the question. What do I always say at the end of the videos?
Stay clean.
No, that's not it.
No,
Stay mad.
no,
Stay a maniac. Keep playing board games.
no.
The maniac.
Play maniac board games
with
a maniac. Play board games with a maniac. Don't play board games
No,
with a maniac.
no, okay, you lost. You're fired.
Again!
Okay,
Be a maniac!
Till next time.
Be a maniac.